All right, Rising Star game rosters have been announced, and USA or Team USA looks way better than the World Team. Um, yeah, there's just a lot of good guys on that roster. I think Keldon Johnson, or maybe depending on where you rank Tyrese Halliburton versus Tyler Hero, might be the worst on that roster. And I can tell you, Keldon Johnson is way better than Michael Mulder. Um, yeah, there's a lot of guys on that roster. That Precious Achua coming off the bench as a rookie, Nikhil Alexander Walker coming off the bench, Denny Advija he should not be coming off the bench. I think he could be starting. He has a lot of talent. It's just that the coach doesn't know what he's doing. RJ Barrett, not as good as people thought. Obviously, not as good as LaMelo in his first year. Facundo Campazzo, he is coming off the bench, not really doing much, scoring a couple of fancy assists. Brandon Clark, maybe it's because he's not wowing everyone this year, but he's not getting much attention as he was last year for his defense. Luguentz Dort, my boy, he is amazing. He deserves to be on this roster. He's the best person there, of course. Rui Hachimura, depending on how good you think he is, he could be the best person on this roster. It's either RJ or him, which is not like there's Ja's better, Zion's better. I'm gonna say LaMelo, maybe Anthony is better. Yeah, it's just five guys that are better than the best guy in the world team. Teo Maladon, I was really happy to see him on. He was going off on because him, Vit Krejci from Russia, and Alexis Pokazensky, they were all taken in the draft this year by OKC, and I knew Vit Krejci was going to be a draft and stash guy. Teo Maladon, I didn't know if he was really going to make the roster because I just thought they had too many guys in front of him. They were going to develop him. Yeah, you had like George Hill, Lou Dort had been going up, and then Michael Mulder, of course. I haven't heard much about him. I don't really. Yeah, he was on that team last year with no Clay and no Steph Curry, who was like, people were saying it was Draymond Green and a bunch of bums. Because this is before James Wiseman was drafted. They had like Michael Mulder, Damian Lee, Juan Toscano Anderson. Damian Lee and Juan Toscano Anderson have been stepping it up this season. Damian Lee has been hitting some pretty clutch threes. Michael Mulder, he had that one, like there was that one clip that was going around on like Twitter of Kelly Olynyk Kelly Oubre blocking Boban Marjanovic. And in the first, it was like Michael Mulder kind of hit it to make him fumble, so then Kelly Oubre could go up and hit it. So that roster is just not very good. USA team, a lot of good guys. LaMelo Ball, maybe the Defensive Player of the Year. Anthony Edwards, not as getting as much love as he should have been as a number one overall pick, maybe because he's in Minnesota, they're doing bad. Tyrese Halliburton, been underrated, coming off the bench for Sacramento. Tyler Hero took a big step last season and in the playoffs. DeAndre Hunter, he made it, getting up that defense after having a year after injury. Keldon Johnson, been stepping it up this year. Ja Morant, been doing Ja Morant things. Michael Porter Jr., still disappointing. Zion Williamson, all-star appearance? That's crazy. Like last season, it was like, especially with no COVID and they could like do everything they wanted. That oh, excuse me, they had the whole weekend it was that, like, it was crazy, especially being in that situation that Luka and Trey were in. That would have been crazy. And being on the Rising Stars game and then starting in the All-Star game, that just seems crazy. James Wiseman, he's been the big man so far. Some guys that were left out, Emmanuel Quickley, he just hasn't been. He was stepping it up. He's not in there. My OKC boys. I want to see, where's Baisley? Where's Isaiah Roby? I need them in there. Alexis Pokazinski, he needs to be in there. Where's he at? I want him in there. You can make an exception for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He can be in there. Yeah, we need them. Hamidou Diallo, he can be in there. He's young enough. I mean, I want USA versus OKC. This is what I want. I just want to see all my boys go out there and be a respectable team. That's kind of what it is right now. Just a sad OKC fan.